Okay, folks, welcome to a follow-up video to Saturday's The Best Stock Charts commentary that I put out. The symbols I discussed were our closing position of NUGT and EDC. NUGT is a live position. I'll be talking to members about that position later on Market Wrap. EDC, I am liking very much. LABU, MGEE, STOR, PBT, you see them all in front of you. We're going to go over these charts to see how well they perform today. So let's get to it. All right, the EDC is our first symbol up, daily chart, and outside reversal day, we closed above support. Early on in the day, I was a bit concerned because we did open up below this support level, and had we closed down below that support level, that would have been a breakout point failure. What happened with the EDC today was that you had a weak US dollar that benefited the emerging market plays, and the EDC rallied. So I like this chart. I think we're going higher here. We'll be looking to buy. Members will be sending out an alert. Roku, I discussed as a short trade over the weekend, and we did gap down this morning. We were down about 5%, a little bit more than that at the lows. Now, why didn't I go shorting on that break? It's because we managed to close back above a support level. So for all I know, we could rally tomorrow. As it stands right now, while we have put in a new weekly low and things are not looking all that good for Roku, we closed above a support level. We closed above the 50-day moving average. What that means is that I have a rising floor beneath the share price and that we remain in a trading range. So I cannot go shorting Roku into a support level. Simply can't do it. Now, if we break to new daily lows, different story. We may be putting on a short trade if we break. Now, we are seeing some institutional distribution here, folks. So if you're long, keep an eye on us putting in a new weekly low. If we don't, great stuff. But at least lift your stop loss order. And if you don't have one in place, let's get one in there. MGEE weekly chart. We were looking for a breakout on the week. We didn't get it. Let's take a look at a daily basis. We pulled back and we did a retest of the breakout point. This, folks, is actually a healthy thing. It's a good thing. Yes, we closed down by a percentage point. If it breaks down to new lower lows, would I be concerned? Sure. But remember that traders are OCD. They wanted to retest what was resistance. They wanted to see whether it would now act as support. And for today anyway, it held. Now, I will point out that we have broken down below support on RSI. Down volume was light. So MGEE still looking good. The next chart up, STOR weekly chart, a down week so far. We are retesting the lower band of the rising uptrend channel on a weekly basis, daily chart. Now, what happened here, which is a concern, is that we broke out on Friday above this upper band of resistance. We did get a follow through this morning, but the bulls just simply did not have the fuel in the tank to gain momentum and to build upon Friday's price action. So what we saw today was a bull trap, a breakout point failure. So I can't go buying the shares of STOR until we begin to move out and above the 3350 level. So right, it's going to remain on our watch list for the short term anyway, but if we break down below the $33 per share level, and especially if we close there, it's off the table. Permian Basin Realty weekly chart. Now, I spoke about the weekly chart on Saturday, and then I did a deep dive with members into the daily chart on the week ahead commentary yesterday. Members that still posted in the website. And so far this week, we have broken out and above the upper band of resistance on a weekly basis. Stokes flattening out, good stuff. Watch Ultimate Oscillator putting in lower lows. We have a bit of a divergence here. Lower highs and lower lows on Ultimate Oscillator. Now, on a daily basis, it appeared as though early on today we were going to break out. We were above the upper band of resistance. We did put in a new daily high, but we could not hold the breakout. Volume was very good. We're rolling over here on Stokes. We're going to need to hook up. We are above 50, so I'm not nervous yet, but if we begin to roll over with both lines down below the 50 level, that is a concern. So Permian Basin still looks very good. We need to see a breakout. Ventus monthly chart. Let's go to a weekly chart. Okay, so a down week thus far. We're probably going to come back down here and retest the lower band of support. We do have a breakdown on RSI. So we have lower lows and now a breakdown in RSI. So if you're watching this weekly chart, remember, this price action on a weekly basis only reflects the price action of Monday. So let's take it with a grain of salt, what we're seeing right now, because it could change by the end of business on Friday. Going to a daily chart, here's where it gets really concerning. This is an outside reversal day. Remember, we broke out on Friday. Today, after putting in a new higher high on a sequential basis, we reversed, flashing a bearish key reversal and a bearish engulfing. And this is a bull trap or a breakout point failure. Not good. Down volume was very light. Watch your Stokes. They're still not in red alert territory, but I do not like the fact that they continue to decline. We're going to need to see these Stokes hook up. So VTR, it remains on our watch list. We're just a little bit less bullish than where we were over the weekend. AutoNation. Okay, I gotta say, it surprised me today, the price action on AutoNation. Now, what I discussed with members yesterday on the week ahead commentary was more the daily chart. And I'll come back to the weekly chart because it matters. Now, on a daily chart, the reason why I was bearish going into the week on it was the fact that we had broken out here on the 3rd of April. Then on Friday, we smashed back down to close down within this trading range. Again, another bull trap. But today, we reversed off the lows of the day. We did put in a new weekly low, but buyers stepped in, bidding the shares off the lows of the day, and that can't be ignored. Stochastics are flattening out here. We may get a hook up. So the daily chart is looking pretty good for AutoNation. Where I was bearish over the weekend, all of a sudden, I'm becoming a fan of AutoNation to the long side. And going back to the weekly chart, we broke out last week, and I mentioned to members, listen, I'm bearish on a daily basis, but remember, we broke out on a weekly basis. So the hierarchy is we pay a lot of respect to the weekly chart and to a lesser extent the daily chart. And today what we did is we pulled back, we retested what was resistance. The week of the 25th of March is now acting as support. So really fantastic price action so far this week. So we'll continue to watch AutoNation. Looking very interesting. Greenbrier Company, weekly chart. I spoke about this one as a short. We did put in a new weekly low, but we're holding a support level. Did I go opening up a short trade into support? No way. We want to see a break of support, daily chart. Now, we did see a breakdown below the lower band of this support level. I can't even say it's an uptrend. It's a dead cat bounce. We broke down below it. So if we see a continuation move lower on the week, then we would look to begin shorting the shares of Greenbrier. Members, let's segue over into market wrap, and we'll discuss the day's events and our positions and some watch stocks.